while I think there are still controversial takes dito sa story na to, I gotta hand it to Megan Cara. Kasi it takes guts and balls to write and publish something like this. So let's talk about the Opprimo Series Epiphany written by Megan Cara. Let's go. Disclaimers! This is BookTube. BookTube is a subculture community dito sa YouTube kung saan ang mambabasa ay nagre-react tungkol sa mga stories na kanilang binasa para sa susunod na mambabasa. Kayo yon. Kung ikaw ang author or kung ikaw si Megan Cara or member ka ng community nitong si Megan Cara, please note that this video is not meant to hate, berate, humiliate, or cause tea or drama sa'yo, sa inyo at sa community nyo. I'm not here for that. We're not here for that. We are just here for the story. This is the second book dito sa Opprimo series. Obviously, mababasa nyo siya in book form, as you can see. Or kung wala kayong budget pambili dito sa libro, you can read it on Wattpad for free. Tama ba? Yeah, for free. Links in the description down below. So, itong libro na to, pinublish siya ng iMac noong 2022. So, that was just last year. At syempre, ang author natin ay si Megan Cara. Nabili ko tong book ng 455 pesos lang. Nandun yun sa Shopee page, Shopee page mismo ng iMac. So, hindi ko alam kung magkano siya ibebenta kapag hindi under iMac. This book is currently paperback. Natutupi-tupi natin siya. Meron siyang author signature kapag binuksan. Ayan siya. At syempre, yung pages niya ay cream paper. Yung language dito sa book na to or dito sa story na to is Taglish. At meron kayong 333 pages to read. Diba, pinakita ko doon sa last video ko na kung paano ako mag-break ng spine kapag nagbabasa ng libro. So, ganito ako mag-break ng spine. Yan, as in, todo break, ganyan. Now, so, brinake ko yung spine nitong Epiphany. And unfortunately, ayan, meron akong mga loose pages at meron akong ayan, natanggal na. Yung binding dito sa bandang harap. Hindi mo na makita. Basta yung glue dito sa bandang harap na mga pages, first few pages of this book, hindi ganon katibay. Hence and therefore, meron akong mga loose pages ngayon dito. So habang binabasa ko tong Epiphany ni Megan Cara, I would say na this story is contemporary fiction. Kasi they are tackling yung mga, I would say, almost everyday life na mga problems or issues, ganon. So, contemporary fiction. I will not call this young adult. Alam ko na si Katya ay 19 years old, but my God, the problems this girl is facing, this is new adult. Okay. Sige na nga, sasabihin ko na nga din, romance siya. Romance. I'm still short. I mean, I'm still 50-50 on that kasi we'll talk about it. Wait lang. Yung narration nitong story na to ay nakabase sa narration or yung sa POV or monologue nitong si Katya, our main character. Basahin ko na para sa inyo yung summary nitong story. She didn't like being contained and reprimanded. Katya Cesarine Latorre wished to be free from what her father expects her to be. She didn't belong to the corporate world. She didn't belong in their home. In the kingdom of heathens, Katya was astray. The high concrete walls contained the dark secrets of their family through generations. Passageways served as the foundation of their mischiefs, leading to secret hideaways, leading to what their hearts desire. But when a little spark of light visits darkness, will it be able to amend all the wrong? Heal the scars of yesterday and bring hope to the present. So yon, may ganun siyang vibe. Ngayon, dito sa libro na to, meron kayong isang prologue, 30 chapters, isang epilogue, POV from Sariel or yung main love interest nitong si Katya, and then meron kayong 4 special chapters. So, let's talk about the characters. So, si Katya, she is our main character. She's only 19. Tandaan nyo yan ha. She's only 19 years old and she's still a student At isa siyang award-winning figure skater. So, yun nga, nagko-compete siya abroad, so on and so forth. Tapos, she falls in love with a 25 turning 26-year-old adult man. Mind that, okay? I might get hate for this, pero for me, nung binabasa ko tong story nitong si Katya, I find this character hardly likable. Meron na kasi akong comparison ngayon kasi 'di ba nabasa na natin yung first book, yung Wraith. Kung i-compare ko yung character ni Farah with Katya's character, mas gusto ko si Farah kaysa sa kanya. Sure, merong mga icky stuff din about Farah, but hindi kasing lala katulad nitong kay Katya. Let me explain. Nung inintroduce itong character nitong si Katya, so she's a player and she loves playing with other people's emotions. She is also in denial of her insecurities towards her family at saka sa kapatid niya na si Ate Fatima. She wants to be the center of attention and to get all the validation that she wants from other people. Dahil kulang siya ng reassurance at saka attention, I suppose, coming from her parents, particularly dun sa tatay niya. Yung insecurities ni Katya mostly comes from her desire or need for her father's approval. Nakikita nyo ba yung mga red lines, mga red highlights ko na yan? That's mostly Katya. Magkausap dito si Katya at saka yung dad niya. So, sabi ni Katya, my brow snapped. And you want me to become a lawyer for the rest of my life? Let alone handle a business I don't even want? I asked. Yes. I want you to have a stable future. And I don't want the firm to die once I retire. I need someone to manage it, he said. So, itong si Katya, being a rebel queen, ino-urge kasi siya nung dad niya na, hey, can you please get your shit together? Tigilan mo na yung pag-figure skating mo. Hindi naman kasi yan forever na job or forever na career. Which is actually totoo. You only get money from figure skating kung award-winning ka. In her case, she is an award-winning figure skater, pero for how much longer? Usually, ang age ng isang athletic figure skater, kung wala siyang mga injuries whatsoever, mostly mga nasa hanggang 27, 25, mga 30 years old. At most na ang 30, pero after nun, they retire. Kasi mahirap talaga. I know this kasi I used to figure skate. Merong mga times dito sa libro na relate. I know this. Teka, hindi pa tayo tapos. So ito, mga inner monologue na to ni Katya. And I wasn't born to please. I know he keeps a list every time I disappoint him. Pero ni minsan, hindi ko naisip na kuhanin ang loob niya. Hindi siya proud sa mga medal ko tuwing nananalo ako sa recitals or competitions. Fine with me. I want him to remain disappointed. I want him to believe that I am incapable of doing things right when I can. If they don't trust me enough, then I'll see to it that they don't trust me at all. I have no time for these people, even if it's my dad. You know, just the guy who made sure you have a nice house, you have an education, you ate properly, you get dressed, you have water, you have Wi-Fi, you have everything you need. Just that guy. Gusto ko lang silang paasahin para malaman nila kung ano ang pakiramdam ng binabalewala. Girl, are you fucking kidding me? So obviously, she's kind of privileged bitch. Ito, page 43 to 44. Dito naman sa pages na to, nag-meet na ulit sila nitong si Sariel. See, they've known each other since they were kids kasi magkaibigan si Ate Fatima ni Katya at saka si Sariel. And Sariel has been with the family for quite some time now. In fact, he is working for the family business. Or parang siya yung nag-handle ng family business, parang ganon. Kasi trusted siya nung father ni Katya. Naalala mo ba yung tanong mo sa akin kanina sa grotto? If I live my life based on my own terms? Tanong ko sa kanya. Then I sighed. Well, the truth is, I really don't. Lumingon ako sa kanya at isang mapait na ngiti ang umukit sa mga labi ko. Joke lang. I am branded as a stubborn and hard-headed child because I chose to disobey what they want me to do every damn time. We'll talk about it later, pero my God. See, dito sa moment na to, okay, dito, she chose to be vulnerable whenever she's around Sariel. Hayaan mo na lang muna sila. Normal lang naman na may expectations sila sa'yo. Ganon naman talaga, Kat. He said reassuringly. Sometimes I wish Dad would stop telling me what to do. I said, mabilis kong pinunasan ang aking luhang tumaka sa mata ko. Kat, para din naman siguro sa'yo yung mga ginagawa niya. Just try to understand him too. He said. Napasinghal na lang ako. So, ayun, meron siyang mga ganong moments. So, ayun nga, itong character ni Katya, mas nagpapadala siya dun sa emotions niya. And unfortunately, since yung emotions niya ang nag-run, hindi niya naiisip yung bigger picture, which is what? Her parents, particularly her father, only wants what's best for his child. So, ayun nga, naging close sila ni Sariel dahil si Sariel, he's taking the time to really sit down and understand yung emotions and yung needs nitong si Katya. Huwag nating kakalimutan na si Katya ay 19 years old at itong si Uno or si Sariel, he is 25 turning 26 years old. Meron tayong age gap, okay? Tatandaan nyo yan, 1926. Let's go to page 58. I've been wondering, Kuya Uno, I said, giving emphasis on his very name. Why can't you ignore me this time? Like you've always done before. Naniningkit na mga matang tanong ko sa kanya. He shouldn't dare me with this kind of argument. I have a knack for turning the tables around. Pinanood ko kung paano unti-unting nahuhulog ang kanyang mga mata papunta sa labi ko. He was slowly closing our distance, and my smile vanished when I felt his lips on mine. I like you, Katya Cesarin. He heaved a breath. I like you so much if that answers your question, he confessed. Guys, 19, 25 turning 26 years old. I have to confess na isa ako sa mga conservative readers sometimes. And every time na nakakapagbasa ako ng mga ganitong age gap moments, I'm like cringe and disgusted. I feel like itong libro ng Epiphany has more red highlighters from me and notes kesa dun sa Hireth. Page 65, sabi niya, well, let's see if he could keep up with me. Hanggang saan kaya siya tatagal, I wonder. Parang, the fuck, girl? For sure, it wouldn't take him long enough to regret having feelings for me. Die! The other chapters lang, or yung mga previews na nag-uusap kayo, you're like, I don't want him to forget me. I want him to pay attention only to me. Girl, be real. Eto, same page. That was it. I was starting to push his buttons. Kung maiinis siya sa akin ngayon, maiintindihan ko. Kung bigla niya na lang akong iiwan dito sa bayan, maiintindihan ko rin naman. Mas mabuti nga yun kung tutuusin. Tapos mamaya-maya bigla niya sinabi, I want to tell him to keep his distance, to stay away from me, to unlike me. Pero parang hindi naman talaga yun ang gusto kong mangyari. Hindi ko rin naman parang hindi naman talaga yun ang gusto kong mangyari. Hindi ko na rin nalilito na din ako. Hindi ko na rin makapa sa sarili ko kung saan ko ba talaga gustong mapunta to. It's fucking believable. Tapos ito, last na. Having a person to like me back actually makes me feel disgusted. It was actually one of my pet peeves. Gusto ko, ako lang ang nagkakagusto. Pero, bakit hindi ko yun masabi sa kanya ngayon? Sa pangalawang pagkakataon? Why is he messing with my head? Are you kidding me? Girl, he's not messing with your head. You're messing with his feelings. Siya tong, Sariel, I need your attention. I want you to focus on me. When you're talking to me, talk about me. You, us, not Ate Fatima, not the family, not some other girl. Tapos ngayon, biglang, I feel disgusted kapag nagkaroon ng gusto sa akin. Tapos, stay away from me. Sinabi talaga nitong si Megan Cara na, let me write the most annoying teenage female character I can think of and I'm gonna present it to you para i-hate nyo. And that she did. Nakikita nyo ba yan? Nakikita nyo ba yan? Ang dami kong mga red. Lahat yan, mga monologue at mga dialogue nitong si Katya. Ito, page 68 naman. Maybe I was telling this to him because I wanted to see how he would react. And maybe it was a bit mean. But I like seeing the sudden surge of sadness written all over his face. Is this how it feels like? Bidding goodbye to someone? I know it was cruel, but the thought of him missing me kind of feels good. Oh my God, yung stress ko. Sobrang manipulative niyang bruha siya. Nakakairita! It's just fiction. It's just story. It's just story. Okay, enough about Katya. Let's now talk about Sariel. I feel like Sariel is a sly pedo. There, I said it. Hindi siya straight up pedo. Frankly speaking, I don't know how to best describe this other than, I don't know, like grooming. I don't know. Okay, ganito kasi yan. Ito yung point of view ko. So, he's 25, he's turning 26, matagal na siya sa family, and he knows all of them, diba? That's a 6-year age gap, ladies and gents. Para mong sinabi na yung prof mo is jojowain ka na 19 years old ka at yung prof mo is 25 years old turning 26. Or basta 26 years old. May kipag-jowa ka sa prof mo. I have to remind myself na, okay, this is fiction. This is just creative. Ano mo yun? It's just trying to get out there. And get out there she did. Eto, let me support my argument. Page 74. Sabi ni Katya dito. Magkasama kasi sila dito ni Sariel. Mahirap ka kasing tiisin, Katya. He let out a smile. Dati nagagawa ko pa. Pero ngayon, sobrang hirap mong tiisin. He said, letting out a breath. I had the urge to kiss him, but I won't do it. There was no point in rushing. It felt like we had to belong on the same page, to meet in the same coordinate, to have the same timing. Parang hindi pwede dahil gusto ko lang. We have to want it both. At this point, she was talking about, ping-pongan and, being in a relationship and being like together. So ito, tinanong na ni Katya, for how long have you been holding back? I asked. This is his answer. Since you were 17. Sir, this is a McDonald's. Can you please take your pedophilia outside? Girl, say what you want to say, but that's fucking disgusting. How dare he fall for a kid, for a teenager, 6 years younger than him? Trip niya, si Katya, starting 17 years old ni Katya. I swear, starting 74 to 75, nandun yung mga, may mga notes ako dito. Nandito yung mga ko na parang, this is such pedo grooming energy, language, whatever. Kasi, I'm sorry, okay? It's just, that's my point of view, okay? Yun yung, that's just how I see it. So, yun. Okay. Eto, admittedly, isa to sa mga napansin ko dito sa character ni Sariel that I feel like made him lovable. So, merong nag-iisang trait itong character ni Sariel that made a huge difference reading into this story. That trait is him being a good listener. Yun yung, I would say, na-capture o nakuha ng maayos nitong si Megan Cara. Tapos nakakainis kasi I wanted to hate this character so much for being a grooming character. Pero, nilagay niya yung trait na yon dito kay Sariel. Ito yung tinatawag nating female gaze. So, aware si Megan Cara na, okay, this has an age gap thing and I'm sure merong mga katulad ko na magre-react. So, I'm gonna put something to make this reader or tayong mga readers think twice or thrice about this character. At nilagay niya ang pagiging good listener. See, we don't just need fictional dicks, ladies and gentlemen. We also need substance in our characters. Kaya yan, admittedly, sometimes I forget about him or itong si Sariel being a cradle robber because of his maturity and yung willingness niya to listen and just be there for Katya. Minsan nakakalimutan ko din na ako nga, 19 years old nga pala to si Katya. Basta may mga ganun ako moments, pero ayun, may mga ganun. So, obviously, between itong characters ni Katya and Sariel, si Sariel ang mas mature sa kanila. He is mature and emotionally mature. Kasi itong si Katya talagang hindi pa siya emotionally developed. Okay, themes of the story. So, contemporary family drama. It's quite obvious. Age gap romance. Some people might appreciate it. Siguro okay, ganito yan. Wala sa akin kung ang age gap ng characters ay, say, 2 to 4 years age gap. That's fine. Pero yung, 6 years and above na age gap is like, I don't know. Some readers will appreciate it. Pero, I suppose I'm still pretty conservative about it. Pero, like I said, I keep an open mind. So, we're still kind of liking the story. Just remove the age gap thing. It's fine. There will be themes of teenage pregnancy. And then, there's death and loss. Meron din siyang talks of abortion. Again, nasa sa inyo na kung babasahin nyo to. And then, eating disorder and body dysmorphia. And of course, meron din siyang friendship and still immature relationships. So, yon. If you are iffy or meron kayong problema sa mga ganitong klase ng themes, it's entirely up to you kung bibilihin nyo pa or babasahin nyo pa tong story na to. Pero, I'll trust your judgment. Kayo nang bala dyan. Okay. It's time to rate this baby. So we have Safira, Fatima, and Katya. My rating for this book is a Katya. Itong si Megan Cara, she wrote a contemporary take on male privilege at nilagay niya to dito sa story niya at sa mga characters niya. And naipakita niya yung mga usual reactions dun sa mga topics na prinesenta niya sa atin dito sa story na to. Heavy topics, might I add. 50-50 din ako when it comes to that. Pero yun doon sa male gaze talagang nakuha niya yon, nakuha talaga niya. I'm sure meron mga readers na they place themselves in Katya's situation or Katya's shoes during chapter 27 and so on. Yung writing style ni Megan Cara for this book has improved. Nawala yung too much flowery words, yung mga flowery descriptions niya ng mga scenes, yung mga fillers niya, yung mga ganon. Mas straightforward siya ngayon kesa dun sa Hirith. Tapos syempre, yung mga characters niya, they really felt fictional. Yung mga, how do I say it? Yung mga reactions nila to certain situations, it's unrealistic and that's why it's fiction. And I appreciate that. Kasi sometimes talagang nakakalimutan ko na wait, bakit ba ako natitrigger ng ganito? I shouldn't be like this. This is just fiction. These are just characters. They're not real. They're not human beings, okay? Pero ito, yung plot, it felt like sobrang daming gustong ipasok nitong si Megan Cara na plot dito sa libro na to or dito sa story niya na to. May plot na tungkol kay Katya, tungkol sa pagiging figure skater niya, tungkol sa pagiging estudyante niya, tungkol sa hindi nila okay na relationship ng sister niya, ng father niya, ng mother niya, yung mother niya mismo, yung sa grandfather niya, yung sa secret ng bahay, ng kastilyo nila, yung mga ganun. Yung attraction niya for Sinclair, her friendship with Safrina. Yun nga, basta, ang dami. So, hindi naging cohesive yung plotline or yung plot. Naging sobrang dragging and sobrang hirap basahin itong story na to. Tapos ito, the ending. It's rushed. It's a rushed ending. Like, binigyan niya ng maraming problema yung main character niya from page 240 onwards for the sake of making a shocking and admittedly quite an emotional revelation dito sa story na to. And for what? For a rushed ending? Most of the problems dito sa story na to, sometimes pati din yung characters, hindi sila nabibigyan ng magandang ending. Like, whatever happened with Natalie. Sinclair! What happened? I don't know. It's just, lalo na yung dun sa sister kay Ate Fatima, I knew after she said yung supposedly supposed to be the shocking revelation tungkol sa kanya. And it kind of felt like this writer is making her or us feel for this character, kind of like how we felt with Kuya Drew. Pero hindi, iba talaga eh. So, ayun. Kasi hindi naman talaga na build up ni Megan Cara yung character ni Ate Fatima for us to feel anything for her. Other than the fact na yung part na meron siyang ni-reveal tungkol kay Katya, doon may naramdaman ako at ang naramdaman ko doon ay inis. So, siguro, kung mas binild up nitong si writer yung family dynamics, siguro sige, I will root for Ate Fatima and I will feel bad for her. Pero, when whatever happened to her happened to this character, I'm like, nah, hindi sila magka-level ng emotional damage na binigay sa akin ni Megan Cara dun sa first book ng Hiraeth. Also, the plot about yung domestic problems nila with the marriage. Usually kasi, sa mga international na stories, mas dinidiscuss pa yung what happened after the loss. Diba? Na, if you know, you know. They show rather than tell the readers what happens or how the characters cope up with the loss of secrets. Hindi ko nasasabihin kasi masuspoil na kayo. Pero ayun nga, merong mga ganun dapat. Pero with this one, minadali talaga yung ending na, okay, binigyan lang tayo na, let's fix this marriage and I love you, so on and so forth. Pero that's it. Pero like I said, I'm not the writer, so what you see is what you get. Actually, mas gusto ko ang Hiraeth kesa dito sa Epiphany. For the Epiphany lovers dyan, I'm so sorry. I mean, Opprimo in Latin means overpower. And itong story na to, it really overpowered me with plots. Plots na walang maayos na closure at walang maayos na ending. And I'm like, this is not it. This is not it for me. So, kaya mababa yung rating ko para sa Epiphany. It's just the plot. It's not even about the age gap. It's really just about the multiple plots. So, ayun. I hope yung last book dito sa series na to, it's going to be different. Kumbaga, babalik na tayo dun sa single plot or two plot line lang na story nitong katulad dun sa Hiraeth. Kasi this is too much. This is really too much. I hope it will make me come back and love the story. Still, I appreciate yung guts nitong si Megan Cara to write that age gap and yung ibang mga topics na presenta niya dito sa atin sa story na to. Kasi, who would have thought? Diba? Who would have thought of putting all of those topics into one story? Ayun nga lang, dumami masyado. So, ayun, kaya tayo nagkaroon ng ganito. Nonetheless, it's still an emotional read if you want to be emotional. Quite emotional for me. Pero, ayun, that's it. That's all I can say for this book.